Hey, you guys. My name is Alex. I'm making this video because a couple of things happened in my lifetime. I'm 39 years old. Well, about to be 39 in January. I'm from a small town in Georgia called Carrollton. My story is based on events of paranormal. It got three topics. The first topic is life after death, which happened to me. Second topic is aliens. Third topic is ghosts. So I'm gonna run with you. I'm gonna go back with the first one. I think that'll be a little bit more keep you tuned so you can hear all the stories. So first one, here we go. First story, my experience of after death. One day, bright sunny day here in Carrollton, Georgia. I went swimming. Uh, any swimming pool you can go to in your neighborhood, you know, public swimming pool. I went there, it was only 6 feet. You got the 4 feet on one end, you got 6 feet on the other end. Okay, so this particular day, I was like, 10 years old? I'm gonna say 8, 9, 10. I caught myself doing a backflip in the 6 feet. Like I mentioned, it's a 4 feet and 6 feet. This pool got a lifeguard and plenty of people around it. So I went to do a backflip in the 6 feet, which was a little bit deeper than 4 feet, because I tried it in the 4 feet and it worked out perfectly. This is just an actual backflip on the water, you guys. Like, you get on the water, do a little backflip, use your hands, you flip over and you come up for air. You got me? Okay. So I tried in 6 feet, didn't work out the way I planned it. This is exactly how it happened. Like I mentioned, 6 feet water. I was only at that time, I'm 6'3" now, but back then I was only 4'5", a little boy, 8, 9, 10 years old, short. I was short. Did the same thing I did in 4 feet. Did the paddling backwards. Now I went to emerge for air, but I noticed that I was face downwards when I came up for air, and at that time, I had exhausted myself doing the backflip and thinking that I was emerging like I was in the 4 feet, like head first, coming up, breathing, but not realizing that I was thank you, baby. I was face first down in the water. And by that time, like I said, I had them held my breath in for as long as I can as a little boy. And when I had to open my eyes to realize where I was at, because I had took a breath and everything on water, just because I thought I was emerging, finna get it, get above water. So when I seen where I was at, I'm like, in my mind, like, oh God, you about to die. And that's exactly what happened, people. I died. If you can imagine, if you guys, any older people out here, I'm 39, about to be 39. If you ever played Sonic the Hedgehog and you're playing and you're on the water, submerged on the water, and you're about to die, it's like, the bubbles come, like, the music. In my head, the music was going, and then the bubble, like, boop. I died. Short story long, I died. Because I was facing the wrong way, and my body just gave out. I couldn't redirect the way that I was in the pool. Okay, so immediately, when I noticed I died, my body was not a body. I was a person flying through clouds and electricity. So this is my example. You take electricity, cloud, electricity, cloud, electricity, cloud, electricity, cloud, electricity, cloud, funnel. Like, I guess you would call it a wormhole or some shit. But this was like a sunny day, and you can see it's like an elevator with what I'm telling you. clouds. Like, you know, you can see out the, like, if you go up in Alabama, you can see out the window of it. You see thunder, clouds, thunder, clouds, thunder, clouds, thunder, clouds, thunder, clouds, thunder, and it's get faster and faster. And it's like light speed going on through this tunnel. So I'm going through this tunnel, and I'm like, where's my body? I look down, I didn't have a body. I guess you could say it's my soul. Had to be. So I'm going through the tunnel, like, it getting faster. It get fast, 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 fast. Then I got spit out the top of the tunnel. It said, boop. That's what I remember. Boop. Do you remember this noise? Boop. Like somebody shooting you through a tube. Like if you put something through a tube and push it with something in it, boop, make that noise. I shot up. I looked over I was in clouds. Mentioned I was not a person that went to church when I was younger, or this is not something I learned from growing up from, or just hearing people mentioning heaven, or this is how heaven's supposed to look, or I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm just telling you what I know. And, you know, as you get older, you find out stuff, and I found out that what I seen was heaven. You know, little by little. I just want to give you a little bit about my background. I'm not rich. I'm not poor. I grew up in the hood, right here in my hometown. I didn't finish high school. You know, I don't have the best vocabulary. I don't read the best. So all I'm saying, I'm an average human being. I make average money. I'm not rich. I'm not doing this for publicity. I'm not doing this just to be famous. I don't give a fuck about that. I got a family. You know, just doing this just to let you guys know that if you don't believe in Jesus, you ain't got to. But believe in what I'm telling you. I died this day. I went here. So that's my story. This is number one story. Okay, I got shot up through the tube. Boop. I'm looking over. I can see, like, you know, like a sunny day, but no sun. Just clouds. Clouds like white, puffy clouds. Like, this ain't nothing that you know, you just make up in your mind. These clouds like clouds you never seen before. And it's a town. I want to call it a town, a city, whatever, sitting on a cloud. No bullshit. Gates were golden. Not gonna lie. This is how I describe these gates. These gates were golden, and it's like shaped like a museum. Like a musician would play what is it called? A violin?
Yeah.
Not like the big ones. A violet, like the big one. Like it's big.
The bass?
The heart.
Oh, a harp?
Yeah, the big one. Okay, if you compare, it's called a heart, right?
The bigger one.
The bigger one.
Yeah.
If you compare two hearts together, turn them in like this. That's the shape of the gates. Look up past the gates. Golden roads, and the buildings were all square shaped. One was at the top of them. Brick formation, but not bricks. Listen to me, they were not bricks, but looked like bricks. So I can't actually, from the distance I was at, I can't tell you if it was, what is it called? The cement stuff that's in between the bricks?
Bricks, I don't know.
Whatever, the cement shit. I can't tell you all that, but it looked like it was just fully bricked with one of those in the top of the mansion. These mansions looked like they was at least skyscraper heights. And I mean hundreds of them. Roads were golden. Roads were sectioned. You can go up this way, you know, of the gate. I didn't go to the gate. I only seen it from a far view. You can go through the gates. You got a right, no left. You go straight down. It's only rights. And all these buildings are the same. They're all like a mansion. Like you can put over 20,000 people in one of these damn buildings. I don't know how it works, but I didn't see the people in the buildings. I didn't go that far. But I'm just telling you what happened to me. This is what happened. Once I seen all that stuff, a voice said, "It's not your time." Shot me back down to my body. Just like that. Bang. Not the way I came up. I didn't go down the same way I came up. I was shot back in my body. I was there. I had to be in the water longer than 15 minutes because when I came back up, no, before I went under, it was a pool full of people. When I came back up, everybody was out the pool. I seen one or two ladies dressing themselves like it's been over for a minute. I look up to the lifeguard. The lifeguard is like, "What the fuck are you doing in the water? Like, what are you doing there? Everybody's been gone. Like, how did I miss you?" I'm saying to myself as a young lad, like, I died. Like, shit, bro. Like, I've been to a whole other dimension or something. And you sitting there with the whistle in your mouth, like, everything cool. So that's one story, right? All right, we're going to get on the second one, but I'm only telling you these stories because I want a paranormal investigator or whatever, TV show, whatever. I'm not trying to be famous. I want them to verify what I got going on. You had to pay money that I don't have to get, what do you call it, baby? Polygraph test?
Polygraph.
I want to get polygraph tested for all these things. I did my research. So many things, 98%. I want to go to a company that I know, everybody do their research online and I did my research in this company, a lot of places. Well, in general, a polygraph test is like 98% accurate. You got your ins and outs. You can read by yourself, but I'm not going to get into that. But that's my goal. If somebody call me back and be like, "Hey, I want to give you a polygraph test to see if what you're saying true." There you go. So I'm moving to the second. This is all for what I'm saying about dying, but it's all mixed in together. This is some crazy shit. Okay, so my next encounter, but this ain't got nothing to do with God. I can give you another story too, but this got to do with UFOs. Yeah, I smoke cigarettes. Yeah, but I was a young lad again, about 10 years old, sitting in the yard. My grandmama ran like a Lego house, like we in Georgia. If you never heard of that, there was somebody back when liquor wasn't sold on Sundays. So they kept liquor 24/7. So you can run a house. You can make money off of beverages that they're not selling at the time. Okay, so this particular night, my grandmother had friends over just all the time. My grandmother had friends over. I played with Ninja Turtle toys. I had a collection of Ninja Turtles. I know people my age, you know who Ninja Turtles are. I had a collection of them, like Bebop, Rocksteady. I could go all day about Donatello, Ninja, I had it all. I had even the little car. So you put them on. Okay, so this day, my grandma keep me out the house because she had company. This ran about 8 o'clock at night. And I was a loner. Even though I got 5 brothers and sisters, this particular night by myself, my grandma kicked me out, told me to go outside and play while she having her company. Playing cards, drinking, smoking, like stuff like that. So I had to go outside, play with my Ninja Turtles, and I had a Frisbee outside too. I just got to do a Frisbee. So I would throw that guy by myself and try to catch it. But anyway, I went outside playing with Ninja Turtles one night. Got bored with those guys. I had a Frisbee, like I mentioned. So I had this Frisbee, and we had a shed in the front of I lived in a trailer at the time. This was in a trailer when I was younger. It was a small trailer, like 2-bedroom. And it had a shed outside where we had, lawnmowers and tools in. So this particular night, as I can remember, I threw the Frisbee. I was a loner by myself that night. I throw this Frisbee and wanted to catch it myself, but I threw it too hard. and it went on top of the shit. Right, right.
Okay.
So my grandmother was a gardener, so she kept a garden around that shed. So there were bricks around the shed. So I was trying to get the frisbee off top of the shed. So I started stacking up bricks, one by one. I'm little. I'm 10, like I told you in the first story. I'm only like fucking like 4 or 5 or some shit. I don't know. Short. I'm 6'3" now, but I was short. Like a little boy, man. So I'm stacking up bricks trying to get to my fucking frisbee. So while I'm stacking up bricks, something swooped down on me. No bullshit. Lights like you never seen in your life. This thing swooped down on me and stopped. And I'm talking about 10 feet. Sit there. I'm like, as a little boy, I'm like, playful as fuck. So I'm like, hey, see if I can hit this bitch with a brick. you know? So I'm like, this little boy, I picked the brick up. The damn thing, to me, is like 10, 15 feet away. Okay, and I'll describe you the ship. This ship swooped down, it did not move. It had lights, like the rainbow. Like this thing had lights I never seen in my life. Like, but it was how I feel as I'm grown now, and I analyze my own thing as I've been growing up my whole damn life, because this shit like mentally fuck with me. Everything I'm telling you, mentally F me up. But this thing was hovering, not hovering, but just sitting, not hovering. You say hovering, that mean like, no, this bitch was like sitting there, not moving. Lights like dancing, yellow, green, blue, yellow, green, whatever colors. But it was every color in the rainbow, and it was more. It's like, yeah, like hypnotizing. So I'm sitting there like, yeah, if I throw this brick at it, what it would do then? So me just being a little boy, this is true stories, man. I hope somebody can get me a lot of test and prove everybody in the world wrong. Like, this shit real, I'm telling you. I picked the brick up. And knowing that I wasn't gonna hit it because I'm a little boy. Chunked it. I can see the brick. Like, I know it ain't gonna reach 15 feet high or however tall a wave for me, but it was close as fuck. It went up and came down. I'm a little boy. The damn thing, I give it 15 seconds later. 1, 2, counting 15. The damn thing flew off. Right? End of the story, right? No. Okay, first of all, how I seen this damn thing the day before will shock you, because I seen it the day before, but it was small. So this is what happened. Right behind my house, what the trailer I lived at was a neighborhood right behind the trailer I lived in, and I had a slide door, a glass door, so I can see the cul-de-sac in the neighborhood next to me. So what I witnessed the night before, I seen this damn thing in the sky, scared the shit out of me, but couldn't tell my grandmama because she's like, oh no, you ain't see this. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it no more. Okay. But she believed me now to this day. Like, believe me a long time ago. But anyway, I seen the damn thing come down a lightning bolt. Either up a lightning bolt or down it. I'm trying to tell you whatever. However done it done it. It was not raining, or it was not even a wind. Like, letting you know it's about to storm. Just out of nowhere. And I seen it. Like, big ass. Boom. Struck the goddamn ground. I seen the damn thing come down it, into the ground. Like a little ship. Same shit that I seen in hell came down in a lightning bolt. Went into the ground. Okay. That's it. So next day, my investigating ass, because I was nosy, I rode my bike over to the damn cul-de-sac. It was a big ass smoke spot right there. Where that damn thing went to. Big giant smoke spot. Like, lightning hit. Whatever fucking shit hit there, it was like dark, big ass spot right there. Like it burnt out right there. Gotcha. And I seen this shit the next day. Right? Okay. Right. Story stopped there? No. Okay. So we're going to continue this same story, but with another witness, which my grandmother didn't will believe me a while back. Right? So we're going to go fast forward 18 years later. Right? I'm like, what? I'm like, 19, 20 years old. Well, not 18 years later. It's been like, it was like, what, 8, 9, 10 years later? I'm like 19 years old. I was 10 then. Yeah, like 19, 20, like 19, 18. So one day I pull up. I used to sell them bags. I mean, you know, legal shit. Like, you don't selling shit. And, you know, I used to live that life. I'd be paranoid and shit. So, you know, one day from my grandma's house back then. So I pull up my grandma's house one day. My grandma had a friend that lived next door to her. If you can picture two people's houses right next to each other and they got a fence that divided, that's how their houses were. So I pull up. We had a garage. So I didn't see my grandma in the house. I went outside, looked in the backyard. She had my next door neighbor, my grandma had gardens that they built across the fences. Like, you know, the fence divided their house and they had a garden on each side of it. So they talked every day, right? Right. Okay, so I pull up on my grandma this one day. My grandma was like scared. Like, just go in the house. Just go in the house. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I don't want to tell you about it. I'm scared for you. I'm like, what you scared for me for? I'm like, now I'm scared. Like, the police coming? Nah, it wasn't police. She was like, just let me. I said, no, you can tell me now. Well, I'm not. She told me to wait. I'm like, I'm not waiting on it. You gonna tell me now? I was like, if what you talking about with her for, I need you to tell me what the hell you going on. She's like, all right, Alex. All right, Alex. Go under the carport. Let me tell you. She said, all right, Alex. This is what I'm gonna tell you. She said, you remember that day we were little? You said you seen anything in the air? I said, yeah. She said, it was a long time ago, bro. Like, we ain't even gotta talk about that. Like, nah, Alex, I just want to come to you today. I'm scared for you. I'm like, why? Like, you talking crazy. You sure the police ain't came over here and tried to raid the house? Nothing? She was like, no, Alex. Then what you told me you seen that day? I'm like, the fucking aliens? She's like, yeah. Miss Floor, what's her name? My grandmama's friend. She dead to this day. R.I.P. But my grandma ain't. She ain't dead yet because my grandma was like she just had a stroke. But God bless her. She was like, Miss Flo just told me some shocking stuff. I'm like, what? About what? The police? Like, because they was stuck in my mind because I was like rolling hard then. Like, you know, like in the game hard. She's like, no, man, about that when you younger, about the aliens. I'm like, damn, bro, for real? What the hell you got to say about that? She was like, Alex, it's going to shock you. I'm like, what, man? It ain't, like, you already, like, I'm blow my whole hot. You know, I smoked a little weed then before I even got there. Like, she was like, remember what you said you seen? When you were little outside, throw the frisbee, whatnot, on top of the shed. I'm like, yeah, nigga, like, tell me, bro. Like, sorry, not bro. I call my grandma Gannigan, tell me. She was like, Miss Flo seen the same damn thing that you told me. I said, elaborate. She was like, you know how we got a fence. Like, divide our houses and the fence. Miss Flo said she was washing dishes last night. She washing dishes and she was like, she looked up because this is the back of our house. Our house is faced the same way in the back of it. So she looked out her back window and she looked up and she seen all these lights. And something was sitting in the woods. And get this, y'all. She said, Fat, I don't want to scare you, but it wasn't on my side of the fence, it was on your side of the fence. It was like sitting behind the woods, like in between the trees, watching y'all. She said, yeah, Fat, don't think I'm crazy. She said, I ain't crazy, Fat. She said, you know I ain't crazy. But she said, Fat, I'm not. She said, Fat, I watched this, I looked down, and like, Lord Jesus Christ, like, this ain't real. And look back up, it was still there. And she said, It wasn't on my side of the fence, but it was on y'all side of the fence. It was like, she said, fat, it was actually watching y'all. She said, what it look like? She said, all the colors. Like the color of the rainbow or more. And that's what my grandmama realized when she was telling her, she said, that's what Alex fucking told me when he was a little boy. And I didn't want to believe him. My grandma was scared. My grandma came and she said, I'm just scared for you. They following you. End of story. Right? All right. Those two stories tied in together. All right. This is my third one. This is going to take you back to life after death, but this is like happening in real time, you talking to Jesus or your God, whoever you want to call him to. Long story short, we got in a car accident. My youngest brother named Albert, he like to die. Just go ahead and get into details right now. We was coming down the highway. Something happened. It was an altercation, like words, not words, but another guy driving a car. I was in the car with a woman that was like, more, her husband or boyfriend, whatever you want. I don't know what time. It's been like years ago, like 10 years plus, longer than that. Her boyfriend just went to prison, so she was like kind of psyched out, Okay, just long story short, she was sad. So why am I talking about this? Because it's a lot to do with the story. We're coming down the highway, right? One way. On the other side, it's cars coming this way. We're coming this way down the highway. As we're coming down, it's a two-lane road. Two cars together. The guy on this side, we was in a little bitty. If you guys know what a Chevy Cavalier is, it's a little bitty car about this damn long with just a backseat. Two-door car about this damn big. This guy was in some kind of Chevy Silverado truck or whatever. He got beside the woman, and started mashing it, like egging it on. Like when she tried to switch over, he would mash it to get in front of her. If you guys see what I'm playing, see what I'm saying? He was playing a game with her, and that caused her to, just get whacked out in the mind and like couldn't drive right no more. So, but before all this happened, this is true, because I'm looking for somebody to give me some what kind of test? The lie detector test. I need a lie detector test. That's because if you guys notice, I'm gonna get back on story. None of these tapes and stuff you see about this stuff that people say they go through, they don't have any truth behind it. Or if you got videos, they fake. Or if you got your word, you got a whack ass eyewitness. I'm asking for the testers because they're like 98% accurate. Like, you can't beat it. I'm from the hood. I ain't been in the Army, never been in the Navy. I can't fucking fake a actual lie detector test. I can't. I just ain't got the skills for the shit. If anything, you gonna catch me in a lie. You right? Right. So that day, we had a wreck. So long story short, this is how it happened, this is how it ended, and this is what happened in the meantime of the wreck. So while we're riding down the road, like I told you, this guy was messing with her, like gassing the car, getting in front of her when she tried to get over, and they won't let her get over, So this woman had a lot on her mind, so she took a veer to the left, too hard, too fast. Like when she took a left to get over, he stopped right there. He stopped in front of her, and when she was getting over, she jerked back to the right because he was there. And when we jerked to the right, we just kept going to the right, and there was a big ditch. You know what a ditch is? Like, this ditch is like fucking 8 foot deep, and we're going 60 miles per hour on the highway. So when she went to the right and went in that ditch, this thing took a ride. Right? And 6 of us in a Cavalier. If you guys go look it up, a Cavalier is a car, 2 people in the front, 2 seats in the front, 5-seater in the back. We had 6 people in the car. So you do the math. We had somebody sitting in somebody's lap. Right? Right. Dangerous. But what happened, what really happened, yeah, I'm drinking a little beer. I gotta get this out of my chest. What happened was we had the wreck, right? Car went in the ditch, right? Ditch like the ditch is like 4 feet deep. Soon as we hit the ditch, the axle broke. You can hear it. Clock. Like, your axle break. Then your car going so fast, it take flight. Right? Right. Soon as the car took flight, the car went up, turned backwards. This is the car. Right? Soon as the car got this point, this position right here, it went in like this. It went in the ditch and came out like this. Bam! And stopped. Like, time stopped for me. For me. Not everybody in the car. 6 people in the car, time stopped for me. I can see your change fall out your pocket when the time stopped. I'm talking about that metro shit. I'm talking about real life. I'm not talking about on TV metrics. This is real shit I'm telling you. I can see when the car flipped over like this, we're upside down. Our hands was on the ceiling. That's what everybody's first instinct was to do. Anytime a car flip over, what's the first instinct? Put your hands up. The ceilings is up there. Right? I seen everyone put their hands up. The car stopped. Like slow motion. Like it went up. Like slow motion. Stopped. Like completely stopped. And I was still moving. Everybody in the car, my brother was in the car. Like I said, he got injured. And people I know in the car. 2 or 3 of my cousins was in the car. But the car stopped slow motion for me. Once this car stopped slow motion, I can see people's expressions and people like the fear on the fear. You know, like you scared. You about to die. You scared, right? Right. I seen it, and I don't seem to change. Like I touch the change, like ding, and it floats. Like it's fucking crazy, like TV, bro. This ain't no TV shit. I'm telling you, I ain't a TV guy. You know what I'm talking about? I just ain't. This is real, bro. But I want somebody to give me a lot of tests. This gonna break all the shit that everybody, that they got going on. Cause I never seen that person take a lot of tests about none of this shit. If we can come up with that, we can prove a lot. People want to go to heaven and shit. This shit real. UFOs real. Ghosts real. I'm getting to it. Jesus Christ real. Like, you might not want to hear that shit, but I'm telling you, I don't know who. If it wasn't Jesus, I don't know who the fuck. I'm praying to God. But I said Jesus. So, the car stopped. I could see their fear on their faces. And I hear a voice. A voice. That I heard the first time when I died, when I was little. He said, the first time he said, it ain't your time. This time he said, who you gonna call upon your time of need? I'm looking around at everybody like, and I was taught, not all about the Bible, but I was taught. I've been in and out of jail and every damn thing, man. I was taught to love Jesus. And that's who I call upon. That's my Lord and Savior. So I said, you, Jesus, I will call on you. Didn't get a reply. Car fast forwarded. Boom, boom, boom. Tell y'all something. Said it was 6 people in the car, right? And I tell you, it was people sending people out. So it was a brother in the front seat, and he had his younger brother sitting in his lap with a seatbelt on him. So how about when his car fast forwarded, right? Like, take it like this. I'll tell you what right here. When his car like fast forwarded, it flipped. We was on one lane down the highway. It was a whole other lane on the other side. Like, cars coming up this way. We was going down. So our car flipped, took off, and flipped 7 more times across the intersection. So in 5, 6 flips later, all the windows out the car broke. For somehow, I guess the little boy in the front seatbelt broke. I don't know how that happened. So this is what I witnessed, y'all. The little boy in the seat in the seat with his brother, right? His brother, listen, I'm sitting in the front seat, right? Let me put my camera. Let me hold up. Hold up. If I'm sitting in the front seat, my brother is sitting in my lap. The car flipped 5 times, right? The car flipped like 7 times. But this was like in the third flip before it went up a hill. Because we flipped the car to the intersection. The car like took a big bounce. I shit you not. The little boy that was sitting in his brother lap slid out the car. I watched him. Slid out the car, standing straight up. Looking at the car continue to flip. Because this little boy was under like 7 years old. Flipped him out. Like, I don't know how to tell you this. While the car was in the air, done flipped 3 more times, like it's in the air again, the little boy dropped out the car, straight up, at an angle where the one that broke out, and slid out, standing straight up, watching us go forward. And I watched it. I seen him. So I'm gonna tell y'all how the rest of this shit played out. Okay. So fast forward. The little boy got thrown out. The car kept flipping. Boom, 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 and stopped. Right? So I get out the car. I'm checking everybody in the car like, you okay? You okay? I'm like, what's the name? I don't want to say anybody's names. I don't want to put everybody's names on this tape. What's the name got thrown out back there? Like, standing straight up. Everybody like, damn. I'm like, yeah. Like that. I'm like, all right, anyway, you straight. Everybody was straight. And I'm like, he got thrown out, whatever. He damn sure straight. He got thrown straight, standing straight up. I'll tell you about this shit later. But I went back to my people, and my brother's head was effed up. Because what happened was, when we was flipping, we flipped over another intersection, right? We was on one lane, and we flipped over to a whole nother lane. While the car was flipping, we had 5 people in the back seat. All the weight shifted. This Cavalier got a back window. Back window busted open while I was flipping. And then it's like crazy. Like the same time the car was flipping and hit the pavement, the last time it hit the pavement, all the weight shifted in the car. It pushed all the people in the back seat weight on my brother's head. And while it was in mid-flip, it busted back. The little bit of back one that they got on the Cavalier, his head scraped the pavement while I was flipping. So I'll go back to the check. I'm checking everybody. Like, hey, you good? You good? Go back to my brother. I said, you good? Go back. I'm like, oh no, you ain't good. Like, boy, your head got a hole in it. Like, oh shit, my brother. It froze me, y'all. And I had a different purpose in this whole mission. I'm gonna get to you about that, but I want to tell you how I felt. My brother's head was leaking. I'm like, no, my brother's head wasn't leaking. It was like this. When I seen him, like right here where his temple is, if you touch your temple, it never a bone right there. It was scraped off. It was all white. Cause that was his adrenaline pumping that kept it from bleeding open. But the cement scraped his whole bone off right there. Where if you touch your temple, all his shit was gone. And I told you I was checking everybody like, you good, you good, you good. You got my brother. I was like, you good? Because I ain't see it at first. But I seen it. But I want to check everybody. And I went back to him like, hey, bro. Your head fucking like, woo. And my brother like, what's wrong, Alex? I'm like, Albert, just don't take my word for the shit, but your head fucked up. And I said, he like, what's wrong with my head? And he just like, y'all don't want to like talk about shit because my brother like to die there. When he tensed up, his blood just started flowing out that wound. It was open big. That's why the bone was missing. We had to fly him to Atlanta. But his head was open to the white meat. And it's right there where your temple is. So he was like close to death. We got him out. He was standing straight up talking to us. Like nothing was wrong with him. That's why I did the count. You straight. And I went back like, damn. something wrong with your head. Then I told him, I looked, and he just tensed up and started bleeding. And I had to lay him down, and his bleeding just got more excessive, and it's went around his body like a pool of blood. And you know, by this time, this like 10 minutes into this wreck. By this time, innocent bystanders done pulled over, like 20 people pulled over, checking, like, you okay? You okay? Isn't it? Like, yeah, I'm okay. But a preacher out the crowd came to me and was like, hey, give me a shirt off your back. I'm gonna put in your brother's head. I'm like, no, nigga. I said, no, you can't do my brother like that. I'm got him. My brother was going to convulsion. I was scared. The preacher can see it. I'm gonna say all the funny shit about the story though, bro. It's like all play in, bro. It's crazy. And this is truth. So my brother going on convulsion, think he gonna die. The preacher was like, nah, bro, give me this shirt off your back. I'm gonna hold his wound. But he said, but I need you, if I take care of your brother, I need you to go where that car at and get that young lady off up under that car. I'm like, okay, if you do this for my brother, I got you. Right? Because it was like a commandment. Like, it was like, I ain't got no choice but to do what I'm here to do. God gave me strength. So God sent him there to help my brother so I can help somebody else out. So this lady, not knowing, y'all, this is the worst part of the story. It was a lady trapped up under the car, right? Okay, while she was trapped up under the car, ambulance, the ambulance being called, it took them a long time. It took them 20 minutes to get to the arrive on the scene. But the fire department get there first. They're the first responders. So once they get there, they are obligated to, if it's somebody under the car or trapped in the car, they're obligated to get them out. Right, people? Wrong. Once they got there, they seen a lady up under their car that was like, the jaws of life. Or they got, it's like a damn saw. They come in, they pull it out, they crunk it up. They're about to cut the car. Listen, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all how the car was on top of her. Cars are like this. This is straight up and down. It was the back of the car was on top of her. She was under she was under the car. The car was on top of her. So the ambulance got there. They was like, she's under the car like that. She's dead. Like, crunk it up. Was gonna do it. Then I think the chief or somebody over them like, hey, no. Like, don't even waste your time. She dead. Okay, so I'm mentioning that. Didn't know this guy was a preacher in the crowd. The guy that I said, hey, give me shirt off your back. I'll take care of your brother. Go get the young lady up under the car. What I'm saying, y'all, is he said, go get the young lady off up under the car. I'm like, what young lady? But when I'm doing my head count, it was the driver. She was under the fucking car. You tell me how that happened? I don't fucking know. I didn't see that. I don't know how she ended up on the car. I didn't see that, but I did see it. Her son. It was her son got thrown out the front window standing straight up, watching us continue to flip. Okay. Some more crazy shit about this story. So the preacher guy didn't know. The only reason why I'm saying you're a preacher, I didn't notice till after all this stuff happened that I found out he was a preacher. A real preacher. The guy said, give me shit off your back, blah. We're gonna move on forward. They laid up on the car now. The fire department got the jaws of life out to cut the damn car in half and stopped in midway and was like, hey, she dead. The preacher told me, said, hey, get that young lady off up under that car. I'm like, they just said she dead, but get up on the car. I'm like, damn shit, okay. So me and my cousin, Dane Stanford, he gave me command. I went to go do it. I said, hey, you get this end of the car, I get this end of the car. A little bit of Cavalier don't weigh no more than about 2,500 pounds, 3,000 pounds. The car flipped over on top of her, on the hill. I got on one end in front of it, he got on the back, we counted to 3 and lifted the fucking car up. 1, 2, 3. Her daughter was in the car with us, dragged her off up under the car. She was kicking, she was still alive, but she was broke up though. She had all kind of fractures and broken bones, but she was alive. The fire department said she was dead. She was alive. Right. Right. Okay, long story short, I'm not gonna say the rest of it. Cause my brother survived. Cause he had to get flight lifted to Atlanta. That lady survived. She went to the ambulance, she went to the hospital, she had broken arms and ribs because the car was on top of her. But this is what I'm about to tell y'all. Believe it or not, that preacher was the girl under the car uncle. See, what I'm trying to tell you, I talked to Jesus that day, and he worked through me. In order to save those lives. Not the first time. I got more stories. You guys just got to ask me about stuff. I got more stories. So what I'm making this video for is to prove that everything that everybody's talking about is real. You talking about aliens, they real. You talking about afterlife, and you want to know if you're going to heaven or hell. It's a real heaven. I can't tell you about God because I didn't see God, but I heard God twice in the flesh, like loud. I heard God. First time when I died in the swimming pool, he said, it's not your time. Right? That day in the wreck, he said, what did he say? He said, what is it, baby? He said, who you gonna call your time of need? I'm sorry, y'all. I got a brain fart because this shit overwhelmed me every time I tell this damn story. But he said, who you gonna call your time of need? I said, you, Jesus Christ. That's what I was taught growing up. And, you know, I believe in the Bible to a certain extent, but I believe in the name of Christ. And I believe his name rang bells. I believe his name, I walk on water. I'll make a mountain. I believe it. So the only thing I'm saying that stuff out there that these people tell you in government talking about aliens ain't real, that afterlife ain't real. I don't know if they've told you that afterlife ain't real, but afterlife is fucking real. Like going to heaven is real. I don't know if you got to be good or bad. I was a young boy, so I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It would be different now when I die. But aliens real. They can't swoop down on me. My grandmama seen them fucking 10 years later. My grandma friend seen him 10 years later, and she dead to this day. My grandma ain't dead now. My grandma's, but she's on her last leg though. So God bless her. But I'm just giving you guys these stories just to, take it from me. I'm trying to get a lot of tests for all this shit, bro. Like, it ain't no other, like, you can't go in my brain and get a video image of this shit. So a lot of tests is the best way. You can go look at how I looked at it. That's the only reason why I wanted to make this video, because I seen a lot of tests are like 98% accurate. You get the true false and you get a false true, whatever the hell, man. If I take one, it's going to be all the way. I can take more than multiple ones. It's going to get the same shit every time, bro. And I've never been in the army. I've even seen that too. Like, you guys not going to get me with some bullshit, bro. Like, you going to believe in something, believe in what I'm telling you. You're not going to get me with these false positives and all this bullshit, bro, because I'm telling you now. I mean, I know these things like that, but I'm not going to get 3 lots that said the same from 3 different companies with good reviews. You believe it. You believe what I'm telling you. People use this shit in court all the time. Tell you they don't use it, but they use it against you and you get prosecuted for this shit because it's real. A lot of tests are real. So I'm not going to pay for this shit because this shit like $1,500. But if it's somebody out there that got a TV show or just want to know the truth about things, like pay for a lot of tests, I go fucking do it. It ain't got to be about a TV show. It can be you personally out there that listen to it. I'm not going to pay for the damn lot test though, bro. But if you can pay for a lot test, I wouldn't take it. And I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Well, if I do get enough money, it's going to be part 2 to this video. Now, I'll give you my own lot tests. But that's just it, man. I gave y'all, everything that I'm saying straight up, man. Like I said, I'm an average guy, make average money. I'm not rich. I didn't believe in a lot of this shit, but I believe in. But you know, I've been through this shit and didn't believe it at the same time, like because motherfuckers on TV make you not believe in this shit. Government say this shit ain't real, so. But I'm not second guessing myself about what the fuck I seen.